A sign things are going in the right direction in Spain. Health workers celebrating the closure of a huge field hospital installed at the end of March in Madrid's largest conference centre. But although COVID-19 infections are falling, these facilities will remain in place in case there's a new outbreak.
I feel happy because we have won the first battle of this great virus. Let's hope it was the war, but if not, we will return here with more strength than before to continue fighting.
Spain's had one of the toughest lockdowns, but from this weekend, people will be allowed to leave home for exercise on their own. Of course, the crisis is having a huge financial effect here too. The government now says it expects the economy to shrink by 9.2% this year. The only places in Europe with higher official death tolls than Spain are Italy and here in Britain. Following fierce criticism over the relatively low COVID-19 testing levels, the British government has been increasing its capacity. It wants to put in place a network to test, track and trace people with the virus as it looks to ease lockdown restrictions. And it's announced it surpassed its target of 100,000 tests a day for the end of April.
Testing is crucial to suppress the virus. I know from personal experience too, just how much people with symptoms want to know if they've got the disease. I know that I did. It helps remove the worry, it helps keep people safe, and it will help us to unlock the lockdown.
Meanwhile, worrying statistics have emerged suggesting coronavirus disparities. A new study in England says the death rate among British black Africans and British Pakistanis is more than 2.5 times that of the white population. And people in the poorest parts of Britain are dying from COVID-19 at double the rate of people in the richest areas. On Friday, the French president explained the traditional May Day events, including protests, weren't possible because of coronavirus restrictions. But he said the spirit of workers' solidarity was stronger than ever.
Car c'est bien grâce au travail.
It's thanks to the workers being celebrated today that our nation is still standing. It's thanks to the work and dedication of our health workers, our security forces and our military that we're saving so many lives every day.
There were demonstrations elsewhere, like this one outside the Greek parliament in Athens, keeping their distance but determined to keep up the pressure on the government.
Today,
the country's working class, despite protective measures to minimise the spread of the virus, is here, has a voice, demands not to be burdened by the crisis which is accelerating because of the pandemic.
Friday also marked the Catholic Church's Feast of St. Joseph the Worker. Pope Francis used a morning mass in the Vatican to say too many people globally are either denied a fair wage or treated like slaves in forced labour. His audience, just a few nuns and priests. His message, universal. Nadim, Al Jazeera.